Hey guys, a couple of days ago I rigged up a harness coming off my battery so that I could trickle charge my truck with the hood down, and when I wasn't using it, you know, in a few days, sometimes I don't use my truck for a week at a time, and so I wanted to be able to keep my batteries up. I was really surprised at how much drain there is on your batteries from these parasitic devices in the truck. The PCM, the radio, different things is drawing voltage amps off your batteries all the time. There's dual batteries here. So I decided to go with this little, and you might have seen the video on the way I hooked it up. If you haven't, there's the link right there. But I decided to go with this little Northern battery charger, little trickle charger, because that's what I had on my, I already owned one, and I own it now. It's on my motorcycle, and it works real well. You can see it's blinking. You can, when you first plug it in, the light will be solid and it'll be putting out more current, but I don't see any need to do that with this system, because my battery's already topped off when I drive in. I just want to maintain them and feed these parasites that are pulling off of my battery. So I thought we'd take a look at that and look at the voltage and amps and see how this thing's doing. It's been sitting here for a couple of days now, so it should be pretty stable. And the little unit's warm, but it's not overly hot. But that's one reason I wouldn't want to run it in the, you know, in the initial mode where it's putting out more current, because it's probably designed for just one battery, you know. And these diesels have pretty good sized batteries, and there's two of them, so I don't want to stress the little booger out. But one thing that when I first started thinking about doing this video here and showing you the amps and volts, I realized that the hood light was on, and you know, that would skew our numbers quite a bit, because I don't know what the little light draws, but it's, you know, it's something. And so I decided to go ahead and do this again and disconnect the hood light. But let me show you where this hood light connection is. You may want to disconnect it while you're changing your oil or whatever, if you're going to be working on your truck all day or leaving your hood up for a long time. It's probably a good idea to disconnect it, because it's in a real simple place and it's easy to do. And you know, it'll save some of that battery drain. But so let me just show you that first, and then we'll take a look at our voltages and amps. Okay, so let's take a look at this little connector here. I call this a coon-ass IQ test, but this is the way it is when you come up to it. And looks simple enough, right? You just slide this out and you just pull it out. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. You've got to take a screwdriver and you've got to push this little tab down here, and then it comes right out. But I don't know why it's like that. My inclination would be to squeeze something here, because they do make them like that. But it's so simple, but yet everyone's different. So anyway, I wanted to show you that in case you ever want to turn your light off. Okay, so we're in the float mode. Move that out of the way. I usually just keep it on top of my tire. But let's look at volts first. There's the voltage right there. What is it? 13.24. And yeah, that's just about right. That's just about where you want it. And let's look at the current. Yeah, about 0.22. You know, it's not much. It's just about 1/4 of an amp is all it's putting in there, but that's all you need. And it's keeping everything topped off, and that's the whole goal. So I just wanted to show you that, guys, and give you an update on my trickle charger. It's working good. I can keep my hood down now, you know, and I don't have to lift the hood up to charge put a trickle charger on. I never did use a trickle charger. That's the reason I wanted to use it, is when I started looking at voltages and saw how much parasitic drain you had off of these different devices on this truck. It really pulls the voltage down. You know, in just less than a week, it took 20% of my battery voltage down to about 12.4 or so. So I think this will help these batteries last longer. Anyway, hope this helps. Until next time, adios.